Hello learners, Dr. Mohammad Sadiq Azam is going to teach you a chapter on the cardiovascular system. Happy learning!
Good day everyone, I am Dr. Mohammad Sadiq Azam and I am a consultant cardiologist from Hyderabad. So today we will talk about the circulation through the heart and the coronary circulation. Now, in this particular video, we are going to learn about the circulation that takes place both through the heart as well as in the heart. So, the circulation that takes place through the heart is known as the systemic circulation. The circulation that takes place from the heart into the lungs is known as the pulmonary circulation, and the circulation that takes place within the heart for the heart is known as the coronary circulation. Now, circulation through the heart, the circulatory system is like a system which is connected in series. Okay, you remember, if you go back to physics, you have circuits which are connected in parallel and circuits which are connected in series. Now, when you talk about a series circuit, what do you mean by that? When we talk about a series circuit, we talk about a circuit where the positive pole of if you take a battery connected in series, you have a positive and a negative. The negative is then connected to the positive of the next cell, and then the negative is connected to the positive of the next cell, and so on and so forth. So, this is how a series circuit somewhat looks like. Yeah, you have positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. So, the thing with the series circuit is, if you take out any one of the cells, the circuit fails. So, that is similarly how your blood circulation is connected in our body. We have the right heart and we have the left heart. So, for purpose of circulation, you remember it as right heart and left heart. Right heart consists of the right atrium, right ventricle separated by the tricuspid valve. Left heart is the left atrium, left ventricle separated by the mitral valve. Now, the right heart carries the deoxygenated blood and the left heart carries the oxygenated blood. So, the right heart is basically the collecting system where all the blood from the entire body, after it has got deoxygenated, comes back into the heart for oxygenation. So, the left heart has pumped the oxygenated blood and supplied it to all the various organs in the body. The brain has got it, the heart has itself got it, the lungs have got it, the kidneys have got it, the stomach has got it, your GI tract has got it, your muscles have got it, your hands, your legs, everything has got its blood. And every organ has taken its share of oxygen from the blood, and now the entire blood has become deoxygenated. Now, this blood has to get oxygenated again, otherwise what will you do in the next cycle? So, this blood is now brought back to the right heart. From the right heart, it is then pumped into the lungs. In the lungs, it gets oxygenated. From the lungs, it comes back into the left heart. In the left heart, it once again gets circulated throughout the rest of the body. Now, the vessels that bring this deoxygenated blood into the heart are known as veins. So, the vessels that bring blood into the heart are called veins. The vessels that take blood from the heart are called arteries. So, on the right side, you have the SVC, the superior vena cava, and the IVC, that is the inferior vena cava, which are two of the most important and two of the largest systemic veins in the body. So, these veins which bring the deoxygenated blood and are connected to the right heart are known as the systemic veins, or this is known as the systemic circuit. From the systemic veins, the blood comes into the right heart. Alright. Now, from the right heart, where does it come into the right heart? It comes into the right atrium. But what about the blood from the heart itself? They are not draining into the SVC or the IVC. These veins from the heart itself, if you remember your anatomy, all the veins of the heart drain into one large vein known as the coronary sinus. So, all the veins of the body, they drain into the SVC and the IVC. The veins of the heart, they drain into the coronary sinus. All of these empty into the right atrium. So, right atrium is like a filling chamber which collects all this deoxygenated blood from the heart and the rest of the body. Now, this blood goes from the right atrium to the right ventricle via the tricuspid valve. And from the right ventricle, the blood is then pumped into an artery known as the pulmonary artery via the pulmonary valve. Now, remember, I told you in the last video that the pulmonary artery is carrying deoxygenated blood, but then it is still called an artery, it is not called a vein. Why? Because it is carrying blood from the heart, whereas The pulmonary veins which carry oxygenated blood are still called veins because they bring blood to the heart. So, vessels which bring blood to the heart are veins, vessels which carry blood from the heart are arteries, irrespective of its oxygenated or deoxygenated. Thankfully, there is only one vein which carries oxygenated blood, pulmonary vein. There is only one set of veins. There is only one artery which carries deoxygenated blood, and that is the pulmonary artery. So, this is the only exception to the rule. Otherwise, all arteries carry oxygenated blood, all veins carry deoxygenated blood. Okay. So, coming back, so all the deoxygenated blood from the right atrium goes via the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle, from where it goes via the pulmonary valve into the pulmonary arteries, and these pulmonary arteries then go take that blood and give it to the lungs. Now, from the pulmonary artery, the blood goes into the lungs, right? In the lungs, the blood gets oxygenated, and then this oxygenated blood comes back into the heart via the pulmonary veins. It comes into the left atrium. Okay. From the left atrium, it goes via the mitral valve into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, it goes via the aortic valve into the aorta. And from the aorta via the coronary arteries, it goes to the heart, and via the other branches, it goes to the rest of the body. And the cycle continues.